Welcome back to the Urban Farmer channel, everybody. We're celebrating a couple things today. We're celebrating the season. Spring is here, and we are going to start preparing the farm for growth. Everything looks dormant, everything looks dead, but there's nothing dead about springtime in the farm. Everything here is alive. We started talking a little bit about protecting the soil last time, right? We talked about hugelkultur, and there's a couple things that I want to show you about protecting the soil and about hugelkultur because it is part of what we do to prepare the farm for the season. Let's talk about the soil. So why do I put leaves on top of the soil? It's all about protecting the microbes that are decomposing the soil. If we leave it just open to the elements like this, what's going to happen is frost is going to come in, ice is going to come in, and it's going to make this soil not as fertile. Okay, it's going to sterilize the soil a little. So the leaves, I put a good thick layer of leaves on top so that it protects from the ice. So I have the hugelkultur. I have the sticks and the logs, everything decomposing from the bottom up, and I have the leaves decomposing from the top. So the soil that's in between is protected, and the microbes are working through the winter. And as soon as it warms up, you can uncover this, and you can touch, and you can see, and you can smell this beautiful, dark, moist, and fertile soil that is 100% ready to go. All we need to have it to happen now is for it to warm up a little more. And there's something magical. Okay, let's celebrate magic, the magic of farming. There's something magical about touching the soil like this and the energy that you feel. If you think about it, without getting too philosophical about it, but if you think about it, everything that you see here will one day become soil. And the soil that we'll see here was one day something solid. And even us, even our bodies will become soil one day. Even this metal will become soil one day. So when you're touching soil like this, you're touching the earth. You're touching the history of the earth. All of the energy that brought life to this earth up until now is right here. And we have the opportunity to play with it and to see a miracle happen in real time, slow time. All we got to do is be patient. And we put something that looks like it's dead, and we bury it in this dark soil, and then we let it sit there. And then by magic, it will sprout and grow and bloom and produce food that will keep us alive. Organic food, delicious food, from backyard to plate. Really, as you're sitting right here, from backyard to mouth, you pluck it, delicious. Can't get any better than that, guys. And you feel the energy and you connect to the earth. It's mental health. It is relaxation. And eventually I want to create community. And that's going to be the end goal. Let's make urban farming a community in which every person has a small little farm in their backyard. And then you put those together, and now we have 1 million acres of organic food producing right within the city. How cool is that? As I keep talking about protecting the soil from ice and frost, I want to remind some of my subscribers that are not in the same region as I am that this is the northeast of the United States. This is the northern hemisphere, 4 very distinct seasons in a very harsh winter. Especially this past winter here for Massachusetts was very, very harsh. So protecting the soil is important, but in other areas of the world, when there's no frost, you still have to protect the soil in the same way. You protect it from the scorching sun that will sterilize the soil. You protect it from winds, from harsh winds that will remove that layer of fertile topsoil. So protecting the soil is important in every region of the world. I am specifically talking about the Northern Hemisphere because this is where I'm located. And in the Northern Hemisphere, 4 very distinct seasons. This is the season that everything begins to sprout. Where I'm standing right here, it looks like everything is dead and it's a dead patch of soil. But almost every inch of this little spot right here, this is a perennial garden. This is all flowers. So all of this is going to be blooming flowers, and they bloom in different times of the year. The reason why I have flowers around the garden is because they attract pollinators. The more pollinators you have, the more your garden is going to bear fruit for you. So lots of flowers all around the perimeter of my yard. I have flowers. all around the perimeter of the farm, I have flowers, and they are flowers strategically planted to be, number one, perennial. I don't like to buy every year. Again, I like to buy as little as possible. So perennials, they'll come back every year. They'll sprout, they'll bloom. They bloom in different times of the year. So you have blooms from early spring all the way to late summer. And those blooms will keep the bees and the butterflies and the dragonflies, and most importantly and most beautifully, the hummingbirds. And they keep them coming back, pollinating your flowers and pollinating your garden. Absolutely amazing. In here I have strawberry planters using the same strategy of the protecting of the earth with the leaves, because as you know, in the northern hemisphere, you prepare and then it snows, and that's exactly what happened yesterday. But because I knew it was going to snow, I protected the strawberry seedlings. They're beginning to sprout, and you see the green. I protected them with the leaves. The snow comes, it hits the leaves and not the beautiful green new baby leaves. It hits the dead leaves and not the green baby leaves, and then you can just remove the leaves as soon as the snow and the frost is over, so that they can enjoy some beautiful, warm, and amazing sun. So the work never stops. Wintertime, springtime, summertime, you're always working, you're always thinking. It keeps your mind entertained, keeps your body healthy, and it keeps your palate, once you start to producing, it keeps your palate very, very, very happy. So let's do this together. Let's see it.